And we're back, Fashion Dolls. So it cut off, it ended the first live, but this will be part two, our conclusion. We're going to get into our game, but I'm going to send this live back to Jay so that we can get Jay back in here. Right there. There we go. And we're back. So, again, I hope this conversation has been meaningful to so many of you. I hope you all have taken something away from this conversation. A lot of us are. So, while we're waiting on Jay to conclude, in the meantime, between time, let me add my very special guest back. There we are, and we're back.
And we're back.
Saying you were going to Palm Springs, and we went over an hour. So I guess that's a new thing there, cutting it off if you go over an hour. But it's good though, so I'm going to do it in two parts. But you were saying about Palm Springs.
Yeah, since I'll be in my 50s, my this next phase of my life personally will be to travel to go to the places that impacted me the most, not only as an adult but as a child. Uh, uh, a lot of people don't know this, but I 13 years ago, not only did I become an actor, but I decided to become an actor again, I should say, when I became sober. So I went to Palm Springs to get sober, and this is my way of going back there as well to go on that literal spiritual journey, as it were. Professionally, we do have a project. I'm glad that you mentioned it. I'm doing a lot more writing now. And so, because there are stories that I absolutely want to tell that I haven't been able to tell yet. So these are stories that I want to experience myself. And we have a production company that I'm working with. I have another writer that's my business partner who is also helping with this. We are going to be going to a broker here pretty soon to get these films made. So we have a few projects that we're going to be working with him on. But the next big project, the one that's going to sort of stampede all of this into my next professional chapter. And these are movies that I want to star in. The first one is Seeing People. And we were talking about uh, gratitude and procrastination and mental health. And that's what this movie is. This movie is about mental health and
Yes.
codependency and all the challenges that go along with that. And this was written for a very, very good friend of mine. I mentioned him earlier, Richie Crownfield. And um, I wrote this for him, and I have a role for me in the movie. But this movie is very important to me because you had mentioned a way to get it out of you earlier,
Yes.
to find a way to pull yourself out. And this movie has been in development for 5 years now,
Wow.
and I keep fine tuning it. It is a comedy. It's a dark comedy, but it's a comedy. And uh, this movie has literally helped pull me out of a depression, because let's face it, we were all depressed. Like, I was depressed,
Yes.
everyone was depressed during COVID, and that's what this film started out as. It started out as a way for me to start writing again. I just finished writing a movie for a friend of mine, and I jumped right into this one. I'm writing four other projects with my business partner, and but this is the movie that sort of pulled me by my bootstraps and said, "Hey, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's go hardcore. And what have you got to lose?" And I said, "Nothing. You know what? Let's do this." So we're going to be doing our own productions, and we're going to be working with brokers and executive producers and creating our own studios and just going from there. And that is the biggest thing. There are stories that I want to tell before I leave this planet. That is part of my uh, bucket list, is to tell these very specific stories so that way when I leave that legacy, people will go, God, I connect with that. That's great work. That's imaginative. That's fun. That's creative. Why not?
And impact, and impact has impacted people in some sort of way. It's important that we keep sharing these stories, as you stated. It's
And I'll have to, you know what? I'll have to write a role just for you then in this movie.
definitely, I'm in. Let me know. Definitely.
Yes, I actually do have a character. Like if this goes where I think it will, there is actually a character that I think you would be pretty fantastic at.
All right. Say less. I'm in. Oh my goodness. So the film is called Seeing People. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Follow Jay. We covered a number of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a part one. This will be part two, the conclusion. Part one is a little bit more lengthier. We went over an hour, and I guess once you go over an hour, IG cuts the live. They do that. So my God, but at least we got a great conversation. Make sure you guys go back and check it out. We covered a number of things from getting into the character, understanding the process, understanding the person's journey, putting yourself in the character's shoes, being able to separate yourself away from the character. It's a lot in part one. Part two is the conclusion. We get to know Jay's journey. Now, we're going to get into a game before we wrap called the Rapid
Right.
Five. And Jake has to tell me five things that he can't live without. Now, some of my guests will say their family, some of them will say their favorite food, favorite drink, whatever it may be that keeps them grounded and centered. What are your five things that you can't live
My uh husband, my
without?
friends. Let's see. Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Geez. My a pen and paper. Nothing. A pen, pencil, nothing like a good Ticonderoga number five, and paper. I can't live without those. I absolutely need those in my life. That's if I can't have my laptop, then I'm going to write everything down. What is that? Four, and the fifth thing, comic books. Cannot live without my comic books. I'm going to show you something here. You ready?
All right. Oh,
These are, I don't know if you can see it or not. These are all my comic books. There is over 3,000. So I cannot live without my comic books. That is my drug of choice. So
and it's therapy. You collect comic books. I started collecting Barbies in
I love
2023.
that. I love that. Love that.
Yes, and the biggest one that I cannot take out the box is that pink Splendor Barbie. Her train. Go and Google it. She is beautiful. Her hairstyle. She's got this beautiful braided ponytail, almost like Rapunzel. She is gorgeous, and I have not found a place to put her. But I'm looking at Ruby Radiance up there where my trophies is, and then I have a couple more from the Classique collection, not classic, but the Classique with a Q collection.
Hmm.
So you guys have to go and check them out. They are drop dead gorgeous. So I'm a big Marilyn Monroe fan, and some of the dresses that Barbie is wearing that have been designed for her from the Classique collection are very Marilyn Monroe. Some of the dresses have been designed by Bob Mackie. You know, Bob Mackie has done Cher, Tina Turner. So I have a few of those. But I said after I've gotten those, the ones that are the most dramatic, and then the fantasy goddess of Asia, which is drop dead gorgeous. That I can't choose between her and the pink splendor. But Jay collects comic books, and I have Barbies. Now there are some people who have a whole entire room full of Barbies. And I'm like, my room is not that big to be collecting all of these dolls, so I'm only going to get a few in my collection and start off that way. So when did I, because I do plan on getting a bigger place where it's enough space where I can showcase them so that people can see them because they're so gorgeous. I just can't keep them in the box. But for the time being, they're still in the box, the Barbies. But yeah,
They should
that's a whole
stay
other.
in the box. Yeah, they absolutely need to stay in the box. Do not take them out. I have collectibles myself because I am a nerd. So completely understand. Trust me, if you were to look around the top of my office right now, my studio, you would see tons of toys. Drives my husband absolutely insane. But I have them anyway, not going to get rid of them. And, but yeah, I completely understand. You should check out the the Wizard of Oz Anniversary Edition Barbie. It
I
is
have to see it.
fantastic.
I love the.
Yeah, you can get it on eBay. It comes with a little Toto, comes with a little basket. I got one for a friend of mine, for Richie Crownfield, as I mentioned before. I got it for him for his birthday last year. He absolutely loved it. So definitely recommend it.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. And it's a few more Barbies that I want to get, but like I said, my house isn't big enough. I only have so much space, but they're so gorgeous. So I don't want to mess them up or the gowns to get ruined or anything. So I keep them in the box, especially the classy ones. There's some of the detailing, the stitching, the hand beating on the gowns, absolutely gorgeous. So
You
I'm
had
gonna check
you
out
had
that Wizard of Oz.
you had mentioned your vision board. On that vision board, do you have the room that you're going to have all your Barbies?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. And I'm always reinventing myself. So I'm like, okay, how do I want to design this room? Because my mom, I think, again, my mom has rubbed off on me completely to the point where I want to decorate things. And now I've gotten into it where I like to decorate and picture which color goes here and which color goes here and which color would work with this and which color would work with that. So I'm always wanting to reinvent and redecorate and move things around. So who knows? But I want my room to be so big that I'm able to fit my Barbies in there, especially that pink splendor one. I might have to bring the box on the show tomorrow so you guys can
Oh
see
yeah.
what I'm talking about because the train is she's drop dead gorgeous. And that was a Christmas present. My mom said, okay, that's one Christmas gift you get for yourself and yourself alone. Oh my God, because it was so many people who were bidding to get this doll. Like, what is it about her? But then when I got her, I didn't know the box would be that big. I'm thinking it's the actual traditional small size Barbie, but the box was about this big. I'm just like, okay, where am I going to put this at? And I still haven't found it. So I'll break her on the show tomorrow. She stays in the box, but you guys can see the box. The box is a little torn on the side. I said, I don't care. And when I opened it, beautiful, as if she's never been touched. So
Wow.
she's already got her shoes on. I just put the shoes on her and everything. But other than that, she's still in the box. I haven't took her out since. Oh my goodness. But before we wrap this amazing conversation, Jay, any gems that you would give to people as it pertains to things that we touched on in today's show? From we touched on mental health, we touched on getting into character, we touched on an aspect of finding yourself an escape. What gems would you give to anybody who's feeling like they're in a dark time, in a dark cloud, or in a funk?
First and foremost, if for those of you out there, because I can speak from experience, I've had those moments where I'm in a dark place. As I said before, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've been those places. I've absolutely been to those places, and I tell everyone, get help. Not just with family, but uh, get a therapist. Nowadays, it's so easy to get a therapist. It is so easy.
Mm.
Um, there's websites right now. I think it's called gethelp.com. I might be wrong about that, but
BetterHelp is
BetterHelp,
BetterHelp.com.
yes, yes. I've recommended that site to so many friends, and they've taken advantage of it. It's inexpensive. They work with
Yeah.
insurance, and even if you don't got insurance, they'll work with you on pay scales. So therapy, therapy. I'm a big proponent of therapy. Um, Next is know that it's not forever. This is just the moment. And that goes back to the very beginning of when you and I talked about what 2025 is, and that is acceptance. I accept that I feel like crap today. Okay. Not going to last forever. It's just a moment. It's just a moment in this, in the, was it 22,000 days that we are on this planet? This is just a drop in the bucket. And so it's very easy then to just say, hey, you know what? Okay, get sunlight. First thing in the morning, get sunlight. You know, 15 seconds of sunlight in the morning, first thing, will change literally your entire attitude. If you like, I am not a morning person. I hate getting up in the morning, uh, but I will walk outside and I get that 15 seconds of sunlight, and all of a sudden I am ready to start my day. Um, and do something for you today,
Yes.
just for you. What, like a good example, Stevie, what are you going to do for you today?
What am I going to do for me? I love to write. It's therapeutic for me. It takes me to a place where I've never been, and it's an escape. As you said, walking outside with sunlight, that is true, to piggyback off of what you just said, because my mom was like, let me go get some of the vitamin D from the sunlight. So take a minute outside. Yes.
Um, like when we're done here, what I'm going to do for me today is I'm going to take a long hot bath because even though yes, I have a wonderful career in acting, I have a wonderful career in writing and producing. I do all these things. I still have a day job, so you still have to keep that money coming in.
Yes.
So I still have responsibilities. So I still have a day job. My day job is very physically demanding. So that's why I'm in great shape. Um, uh, but I take a bath. I take a long hot bath. That also helps with mental health, by the way. If you are in that place, take a bath or take a hot shower. Take a cold shower. A cold shower is fantastic in changing a mood. So but that is what I'm going to do for me today. Then I'm going to go to Taco Tuesday with some friends. We go to Taco Tuesday every week, and they are my they are my family. They are my closest people in the world. I can tell them anything without judgment. Um, and that's the other thing. Talk to your friends. And
Yes.
even if you don't think you have friends, talk to a stranger. Talk to a rando dog on the street, rando cat, the squirrel that's chattering at you on outside your window on the tree. Talk to that. Doesn't matter. No judgment whatsoever. And
None.
anybody who judges somebody else, know that anybody who judges somebody else, they do not love themselves.
It's that. And I want all of you to remember that. Again, we're perfectly imperfect. And our way for perfection is to talk about it, because we all have something that we're battling with, that we're dealing with. And the journey is not going to be easy. But I'm going to leave you guys with today's final thought, which comes from Daniela Buch. And she says this: some beautiful paths on our journey can only be discovered when you dare to face the unknown. And facing the unknown is scary. For a lot of us, for each and every one of us, it's a challenge. Overcoming an obstacle, stepping out on faith, stepping out because of fear can be scary alone in itself, but you never know if you don't try. And for anybody who feels like this is not my season, this is not my time to step out, as Rizzy asked the question on part one about procrastination, this is your time. This is your moment. So live in that moment and live unapologetically in what you believe in your truth. And that's what I want to close the show with today. So without further ado, thank you so much, Jay. I had such an amazing time, and we got to do this again in the future.
Absolutely. And please stay in touch. I mean it. I will try to find a way to put you in this movie. So, um, please stay in touch. To all of the fans, thank you so much for having me today. I'm very grateful. I'm very touched. Um, God bless you, Stevie, and what you do. Please keep doing it. When you're ready to do the podcast, I will be your first subscriber. Just, and I will join you in your Patreon. Just do the podcast. I say to you now, I challenge you before the end of the year, start a podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're working on some things. So you guys stay tuned for that. And joining me tomorrow, we have Bo Emerson. And before we let you go, Jay, let everyone know where they can follow you. The film is titled Seeing People. Make sure you guys stay tuned.
They can follow me on Facebook, J. Michael Gray. They can follow me here on Instagram at actorjmichaelgrey. Uh, I will be honest, I'm not great at social media, but I do post, and we'll be starting our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok pages for Seeing People here shortly. So just keep an eye out for Seeing People, the movie. And you know what? uh, start talking about it. That's what I'm gonna ask. Start talking about Seeing People the movie, J. Michael Gray, and let's get some buzz going. So thank you for an opportunity to say that. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And we definitely will keep in touch because I would love to bring you back on again. So, again, make sure you guys are staying on top of that and pull yourself out of that dark circle. Darkness doesn't last forever. Trust me, there's something beautiful, amazing. It might seem like it's evil and dark now, and you can't get through, but you will overcome it. And I just want you guys to remember that. It's going to be okay. It's okay to not be okay. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow.